They told him, just lie a little. Everyone does it. But what he chose instead changed his life forever. And what happened next shocked everyone who watched it unfold. The hall was quiet except for the soft hum of their air conditioner. Daniel stood at the back, holding a thin folder, waiting for his name to be called. This was it. The promotion he had worked toward for 7 long years. Late nights, missed birthdays, quiet sacrifices no one ever noticed. Today was supposed to be his day. But deep inside his chest, something felt heavy, like a warning he couldn't ignore. Before we go any further, if you love stories that stay with you, stories about honesty, hidden miracles, and moments that change lives forever, subscribe to Whisperloft right now. You don't want to miss what's coming next. Daniel wasn't the loud type. He didn't show off. While others talked big in meetings, he listened. While others took credit, he stayed silent. His manager, Victor, was the opposite. Confident, charismatic, always first to speak, and always ready to climb no matter who he stepped on. A week earlier, Victor had pulled Daniel aside near the coffee machine. His voice was low, friendly, dangerous. He said the company's biggest client was unhappy. There had been a mistake in the report sent last quarter. A serious one. If they ask, Victor said casually, we'll say it was a system error. No need to complicate things. Daniel knew the truth. It wasn't a system error. It was Victor. Rushed numbers. Ignored warnings. Daniel had flagged it in an email that no one replied to. That night, Daniel couldn't sleep. He stared at the ceiling, thinking about his mother's voice from years ago. Beta, Rizq Allah Dita Hai, Josak Kasath Hota Hai, Allah Us Kasath Dita Hai. Provision comes from Allah. Whoever stands with truth, Allah stands with them. But truth had a price, and Daniel was about to pay it. The promotion interview began smoothly. Smiles, polite questions. Then the client issue came up. The room leaned in. This was the moment Victor had prepared for. The director looked at Daniel. You worked on those reports. What went wrong? Time slowed down. Daniel could feel his heartbeat in his ears. One sentence. That's all it would take. A small lie. Easy. Safe. Promotion secured. Instead, he took a breath and said, the system didn't fail. A decision was rushed. I warned about it. But my concern wasn't addressed. The silence that followed was loud. Victor's smile froze. Someone shifted in their chair. Daniel continued, his voice calm but firm. I take responsibility for my part. But I won't blame a system for a human mistake. In that moment, Daniel knew. The promotion was gone. The meeting ended quickly. No applause. No praise, just stiff nods. By evening, the news spread through the office like wildfire. Did you hear what Daniel did? Some called him brave. Others called him stupid. Victor didn't speak to him again. Days passed. Then weeks. The promotion went to Victor. A company-wide email praised his leadership under pressure. Daniel read it quietly, closed his laptop and went back to work. No complaints. No bitterness. Just patience. But Allah works in silence too. 1 month later, something unexpected happened. The same client requested a full audit. An external team came in. Emails were reviewed. Files reopened. Decisions traced back. Daniel's old warning email surfaced. So did everything Victor had buried. The truth didn't knock. It arrived with proof. One morning, security walked Victor out of the building. No speeches, no excuses. Just a box of belongings and eyes full of disbelief. People whispered. Some looked at Daniel with new respect. Others with guilt. That afternoon, Daniel was called into the director's office. He expected nothing, maybe even a quiet apology. Instead, the director stood up. "We owe you more than that promotion," he said. "You protected this company when it mattered most." Daniel was offered a new role, higher than the one Victor had taken. More responsibility, more trust. But here's the twist no one saw coming. Daniel didn't celebrate. That night, he went home and prayed. He thanked Allah not for the position, but for the strength to speak the truth when it hurt. A week later, Daniel did something that shocked everyone again. He requested that part of his bonus be used to create a mentorship program for junior employees, especially those who felt unheard, those who were afraid to speak. Revenge would have been easy. Silence would have been safer. But honesty had already changed his life once. He chose it again. Victor tried to reach out months later. An apology. A long message. Daniel read it, paused, and replied with one line. "I hope you find peace. No insults, no anger, just closure. Because real revenge isn't watching someone fall. It's rising without becoming bitter. And that's where the miracle lives." Allah doesn't always change situations instantly. Sometimes He changes people first. He tests hearts. Then He opens doors no one else can close. If this story touched you, comment below. Would you choose honesty, even if it cost you everything at first? Share this story with someone who needs hope today. And stay with Whisperloft, because the next story might change the way you see your own life.